Hello everyone, I'm Benny. Today I will explain how to use AutoCount's Optical plugin. In the optical industry, the daily industry processes are quite different from the general retail industry because the optical shops not only sell products, they also need to manage customers' eyeglass prescriptions or contact lens prescriptions or order production processes as well as their payment records. Therefore, if the system only uses a regular POS system or accounting system, it cannot manage the business needs of an optical shop. In many optical shops, employees will write down the customer's prescription, that is the degree, on paper or in Excel. When the doctors return to their store to fit glasses, they need to retrieve these records to review. However, since they are written in Excel, it becomes more difficult to search through these records. Sometimes they can't even find the previous records. Not only does this waste time, but it can also lead to employees entering incorrect prescriptions, affecting the results of the doctor's eyewear fittings. To help optical shops manage this information more effectively, we developed the AutoCount Optical plugin. This plugin will directly organize within the AutoCount system, allowing the optical shop to manage customers' prescriptions, their deposits, order tracking, and some reports to print out for customers. Without further ado, let's show you how to use it in the system. Now, we enter the system. First, we need to set the optical plugin. There are two maintainers to set. The examiner maintainer is the person who checks the glasses. That employee, you need to put that information here. When you print the report, when you query those records, you can quickly know who is responsible for this customer. This information can be set in the examiner maintainer. We also have another maintainer, which is the lab maintainer, because in some industries, the eye examination is done in a physical store, but the glasses are made in another place, which is the lab maintainer. Here you can create a lab maintainer, which is the place where you make glasses, and you can set it here. So when you place an order, you can quickly know which lab the glasses are made from, and if they haven't been made yet, you can contact them. You can fill in that information here. After you have filled in these two maintainers, you can officially use this system. So usually you start by placing orders in the sales order section. When you have a customer placing an order, you fill in their information in the sales order. This layout is customized in our plugin. Here, you can clearly see their payment. This is the deposit info, and then this lab info is what you need to select. You select it. Then, for the instruction, this is a remark where you can fill in any notes to be aware of. You can write them here. And this prescription is the glasses prescription. You can write it all here. This is a drop-down box, which means you can select, and if checked, you write the prescription according to the instrument's measurement here. Then here, there's also an examiner, which is set up by the examiner maintainer earlier, and you just need to select it here. Everything here is selectable. So are the items, like what he wants to order, which style of glasses, contact lenses glasses, all are selected here as an item code. And also, if the customer wants to buy both glasses and contact lenses, you need to create two sales orders. This is because our sales order can only record one prescription. It cannot record two prescriptions. But usually, the prescription for contact lenses, as said, is different from the prescription for glasses. So at this time, if he wants to buy both contact lenses and glasses, you need to create two sales orders, not just one order for everything. Of course, we also have history here that you can review. You can look back at it. What the customer previously bought, what their prescription was, is here. You can see previous quotations, invoices, and their prescription like this. In the future, you can quickly check their previous prescription here. Then here, we also have a payment refund. This button is for placing an order. If you want to place an order, you can write here, press add, no, write the payment amount here. Okay, so this sales order is used like this. Of course, we also have some reports available. For example, we have a report for lab orders. This is what a lab order looks like. There is a prescription, and this is specifically for the lab to make the glasses or contact lenses. Then there's also this report deposit. If he wants to give a deposit, then here it will show how much total deposit he has given and how much balance is left. If using the deposit function, you can see it here, and this can be given directly to the customer. Then when the customer wants to make a payment next time, you can transfer to the invoice. The invoice can be directly transferred over. All the information is the same, and then you can just save it. Then when after they have paid, you can also look at this day collection report. So this day collection report shows how much money was collected in one day. This is for the supervisor and manager to see how much was collected in a day. So this report is for them to view. Then this plugin, we have customized it in sales order, invoice, and cash sales. You can transfer from sales order to invoice and cash sales as well. If he wants to check his history, not only can he check the sales order, he can also go to debtor maintenance, click on this view, and there's a prescription here where he can see his previous records. If you have any questions, you can contact me. My phone number is 146 414218. Thank you everyone.